My Lords, I note that the statement directly addresses strengthening prison release checks, but I would put to the Noble Lord the Minister that it's important to look at this in the broader context within the Home Office. I note that on Radio 4 this morning there was a list of the schemes and programs within the Home Office going wrong. The National Police Computer System replacement is 6 years late, the Biometrics project is 7 years late, the Emergency Services Communication System is a decade late, and £3 billion over budget. Now, as the Conservative front bench didn't, I will fully acknowledge that this is the situation that the current government inherited. It can't be held responsible for what arrived on its desk. But I was reading that and reading in this statement about the extra checks and the new systems that have been put to prison governors, put into prisons to try and stop these releases going wrong. Now, we know that many of those computer systems, the reasons why there's been such a problem within the Home Office is that the rules have kept being changed, the problems with the quality of the data going into the system hasn't been properly acknowledged. So can the Noble Lord the Minister assure me that the government is taking full account of the weakness of the Home Office and its systems overall, the level of chaos that they inherited? And isn't it time to actually think about a big restructure, a potential splitting up of the Home Office that just very clearly is not working?
Decisions such as your last point is far above my pay grade. But I'd just like to mention 2 points. One, on releasing an error. Any release an error is far too many, and there's clearly a problem here that needs to be addressed. And my style is very much, let's deal with it, and let's work out what the problems are. And I think the investigation that Dame Lynn Owens will do will be very helpful as part of that process. And as part of the question around data and making sure that we are effective and accurate in the work that we do, one of the things that I am spending a lot of time focusing on is how we can embrace technology to ensure that specifically the Prison and Probation Service, which I know is in the Justice area, not the Home Office area, has an ability to get things more accurately done, but also that enables the frontline staff to focus on what they do best, which is to rehabilitate people, not to fill out forms. And that is why Justice Transcribe, which may sound like a very straightforward addition, which is basically using AI to dictate what happened in a meeting with an offender, rather than the probation officer having to write it down for an hour after the meeting. That is making a big difference already, saving hours of time of probation officers. So I am convinced, as someone who's come here from the commercial world, that the more we embrace technology to enable our frontline staff to deliver excellent public services, the better.